naughty. Come and say hello to people. Yeah. Hop, sit there. It's okay. Put your head up and say hi. Say hi, everyone. Are you naughty? Are you cute? Are you cute? We're going to say hello to people. Archie, up here. Look, what's up here? Say hi. Say hi, everyone. Say bye. Arch, up here. Archie. Say bye. G'day guys, welcome back to Girl in the Garage and welcome to Froggy Friday. So I thought I'd do a more basic frog this week because I've got a lot more newbies who have subscribed to my channel that are newbies. So I sort of want to help them out, I guess, and I also want to say thank you. So there's been Sue and Melissa from Aussie, yay, a couple of more Aussie subscribers, so welcome ladies. And yeah, this one's for you. So I've already done in my hands and 1 foot, I'm using the Let's Resin. This is a holographic glitter and this one's gold. And it comes in a little 6-pack of different colours, and we can get that on Amazon. So I love them. The only one that sort of doesn't work in that pack is, well, it doesn't work for me real good, is the black, but all the other colours, yeah, they're awesome. And basically I'm just brushing them on, and sometimes I find that these makeup brushes work better than paintbrush. It just depends. It really depends on the mould, but I find with this mould especially, I always find that these little makeup sponges or eyeshadow sponges work really well. I mean, basically just, you know, brushing it on, just like you would a chameleon or a mica powder. And it can be messy, but it sort of goes, it does go a long way. And you sort of keep brushing it on until it gets that, hopefully you can see, it's sort of a real shiny, the glitter goes sort of like it sort of melds together, I suppose is one way of explaining it. But I just find it doesn't sort of like flick off your brush as much when you use a sponge. Still get messy, but yeah, I don't know, just find it's easier sometimes. So yeah, not putting any pearls or anything in the toes like I do normally. Just wanted to make something a little bit different, but something a little, you know, more on the not as technical side, I guess we could say. And I'll probably do it in one pour too. But I do want to do 2 different layers. But I reckon we could probably get away with just doing a straight pour tonight. Because I know I do tend to put a couple of different layers in and need, you know, usually have to wait in between layers or till it's tacky or whatnot. So I thought I'd do, yeah, sort of super easy, quick and more quicker. Is that even a word, more quicker? It's not very good English. Yeah, so nice, super simple for Froggy Friday this week. And if you are out there and you want to join in, just flick one of us guys an email or whatever, which is usually in, well, it's in my description box, but I'm sure the other guys have it in theirs as well. And there's a link so you can check out what everybody else has been doing for their Froggy Fridays. But yeah, it doesn't have to be resin, it can be anything frog related if you're a crafter out there and I don't know if you crochet frogs, whatever. But yeah, you're most welcome to join in. You don't have to, you know, you could only have a small channel. It doesn't matter, like, you know, you don't have to be huge. Just whoever, more the merrier. Well, I think that's looking good. I will check it, but got my eyes are like terrible. So I thought I'd show you too how I put my eyes in, which I usually do beforehand because generally, you know, my videos can be a little bit long. Okay, so I just make sure I've got nothing in my mould. Just clean up my glitter off my table. So I like to use the UV resin that comes in the kit for bonding, because this one it only takes about 10 seconds, and I always make sure that my sort of resin, it'll sort of come out without, you know, too many bubbles, because I don't want to sort of squeeze it. I just want to let it drip into the eye socket. And this one's not coming out, is it? So I'm going to have to give it a little squeeze, but I'm going to try to do it without creating a bubble. Oh, this is opened, isn't it? Hang on. Oh yeah, it is. Oh, I thought, oh, Lisa, you haven't opened it yet. You do. Oh, it's coming now. So these ones are great because they come with the torch as well, and they're pretty affordable. So sometimes, yeah, I even like to do 2 drops. Depends how big the first drop is. All right, I'm going to go with that. I'm just going to leave that on my side so my, you know, resin stays up there and no air gets in, because we don't want an air bubble. Don't think there's one in there. Like I said, I can't see for looking. Don't think so. You always check it with the lighter, but let's just double check. Give it a quick flame. Okay, and I didn't have to draw on a little line because I'm doing the eyes with the little round pupils. I'm just going to drop that in upside down. Make sure it's in the right position. Just give it a gentle little press. Find my torch. So these are the torches that you get. They come with that UV, the bonding UV. We'll just give it a quick zap on this side. I think that's been 10 seconds, has it? And then a quick zap on this side. And then if you are doing anything with your frog, like if you're gonna, I don't know, paint more things on it, or depending on what you're putting in it, you might want to add a little bit more UV around this side of your eye now that your eyeball's in place, only because you could dislodge it. But in saying that, depending what colour too, if you're gonna do it clear, because you might say you might be putting a UV DTF in or something like that, then it won't matter. Like, you won't see that you put extra UV in behind the eye. It'll only show up if you're pouring a colour. So say if you poured it black, like a black pigment paste or black mica now, and you put extra UV in around to hold the eye in, because you're worried it might pop out, which does happen sometimes if you manhandle your mould too much. Yeah, so you would see like a clear bit around your eyeball if you put your extra in. So just a little tip for you guys, for you newbies out there. And tonight I'm using the 8mm little glass eyes that you can get anywhere, but I have put 4mm, 6, 8, and I've done the 10mm as well. Just depends what your preference is. Most people use the 8mm for their frogs. So I'm going to do the other one off camera and go and make some resin up, and I'll come back when I'm ready, excuse me, ready to pour. So So I've just got my resin mixing, so I'm using my Let's Resin, just their epoxy resin, they're 1-to-1. It's measured by volume, so I popped it in my hands-free mixer, which I love too, because you can press the AI button and it just stirs it for 4 minutes, and it every now and then it rotates it back the other way, and it doesn't seem to incorporate too many bubbles. So I just wanted to let my newbies know that I do have in my description box all the products listed that I'm using tonight, along with links and a discount code, because I know how disadvantaged we are here in Australia, especially trying to get Let's Resin products. So if you did want to get some Let's Resin products, yeah, take advantage of my link and discount codes, and you can use them as many times as you want to. So don't ever feel that that you can only use it once. The discount code, it's every time you shop. So just wanted to let you little newbies know, especially seeing you're new to resin and you are Aussie girls. So I love my fellow Aussies, and thanks for the support. I really appreciate it. So what are we using tonight? Well, we're actually going to be putting food in resin, and yeah, I'm not sure if you've heard, like some foods you probably shouldn't, but these foods are fine. And my inspiration this week is because it is actually my birthday. It's actually my birthday tomorrow, but by the time you're watching this video, it will be yesterday was my birthday. So happy birthday to me. And what do you usually eat on your birthday? You usually have birthday cake, don't you? But I'm not putting cake in our resin. We're putting, well, I was in the cooking aisle, and I'm sure somebody else has put these in their frog before. I'm sure I've seen it. I can't remember for the life of me who it was. So whoever you are, let me know so I can give you a proper shout out. So what are we putting in? We're putting in mini marshmallows. Look at that. Love these things, especially on the on a fire where you cook them first. Yum! But not only are we putting these in, I haven't decided which ones yet, but we're going to back it with these. And a frog filled with these little sugary things that you put on cakes, they look awesome. So I want to do my backing with that, or with those. So this is the same sort of thing, but it's, yeah, it's separated. But so I'm not sure yet. So decisions. Now I've only made up 3 ounces of resin, and our little froggy dude, if you poured a full frog, it takes about 4 ounces, which is, what is it on my cup? It is roughly, you think I should know this off by heart by now? I think it's like about 120 milliliters. Is that right? Oh, something like that. I've got it written down. But I even though we don't use ounces here in Australia, that's what I just measure with, because that's what's on the cup. So and I just find it easier. Whereas a lot of other people, they'll actually measure with milliliters. And yeah, I think it's about 120, something like that. But yeah, I've got it written down as 4 ounces. So there you go. So I'm just letting my paddle drain. This is really easy to clean too. I usually just wipe it off a bit. Have a paper towel or something handy, or a wet wipe. And I've always have a spray bottle, like a bigger one. I use this one for cleaning my stuff. Squirt it on, give it a wipe. And then get my baby wipe. With my baby wipes, I just use the fragrance free, and they're 100% water, so they've got no anything in them, because I'm always worried that it's going to affect my resin or my curing. So I always get 100% like water wipes, and that's it. Clean. Put that over there. I do put a little mould on the bottom too, because I just find, depending what sort of cup you use, I use the plastic ones a lot, it can spin around, like so, that just sort of holds it in place. So that's what that little hack is. So I'll get that out of my way. I'm going to go and debubble now my resin. I'll give it a quick mix first, just in case there's no unmixed resin on the sides or the bottom. And always give your stick a good wipe too. People always, you know, they concentrate on saying, make sure you wipe the sides and the bottom. Make sure you wipe your stick too, or whatever you've mixed it with. Because that's what's recommended by the manufacturers on most resins. But yeah, always check your manufacturer's recommendations. Don't listen to everything we have to say because we're not the total experts on it. All right, I'm going to go and whack this in my vacuum chamber and I'll be back. So my resin's all debubbled. Now, if you use this holographic glitter, just be aware it's going to fluff off into your mould. So there is lots of glitter. Sort of, I don't know if you can see that, if it's picking it up, but there's little bits here and there, just like a little bit of sparkle. So I like that, so I don't have to put any gold dust in tonight. And pop both my eyes in now and finished painting the feet and the hands. So next step, so we want to put our marshmallows in here. So some people would probably get their marshmallows out, put it in their cup, make sure they're coated, just to try and not make as many bubbles, because things when like you put in your frog, especially like food, it's say it's going to give off bubbles. Also don't know how, you know, if it's going to float in resin. So I've never put marshmallows in before and I can't remember. I know someone's done it, but it was many moons ago and I can't remember how they did it. And depending on what resin you're using too, I haven't used Let's Resin for that long, and I do find I get more bubbles than say TEEXPERT, and I love my TEEXPERT. But lately Let's Resin has put their prices down. If you buy Let's Resin on Amazon, and for us Aussies that is, and it's cheaper at the moment than TEEXPERT. Otherwise I'd be buying TEEXPERT. But so the way I'm going to do it, I'm just going to put a little bit of resin in first, because I don't want to put my marshmallows in and then mix it and create more bubbles that I've just got out. And I don't know, you know, how much they're going to create bubbles. And anyway, well, just this is how I'm doing it. So I've got my other little bottle of isopropyl alcohol. It's just a little squirty bottle, but I find it squirts out not too much, not like my other big bottle. It squirts out way too much when I'm putting it in resin. So I'll just give that a spritz. And here in Australia we can get 100% isopropyl alcohol, so I recommend that, because you can get like 91 and 99%, but then the rest, apparently there's water in there and water doesn't mix with resin, so I'd be steering clear of that. If you can get 100%, yeah, that would be best. So I did notice that these don't, you know, some marshmallows you sort of get like flour, or it's got white stuff on it. I presume it's flour. These aren't too bad, so that's good, because I reckon that would cause some bubbles too. I just want to get some colours up in his head, like, so it's not all like, say, the one colour up there. Let's just get a few out. Don't know how many I'll use. Makes me want to roast a few. Sort of don't want them all going the same way either. So I'll just be a bit pedantic about the, you know, what's going in the head. Otherwise I'd be just chucking them all in and, you know, going for it. But I've got to sort of make it look a bit pretty, and just have to be careful I don't dislodge my eyeballs, because that would be, you know, that'd be a disaster. And usually I'll put too many in. You know how less is more? Lisa has a bad habit of chocolate it full of stuff, and anyway, I'll keep going. get some resin in my thighs. Well, not my thighs, but you know what I mean. I can hear Archie out there. He must be having a nightmare. He's making funny noises. He'd be out there laying in front of the fire. Okay. So I might save these little ones because, excuse me, I want to get some into the arms too. Oh, we've got little small ones in the other colours. Skinny ones. I probably shouldn't have put my resiny hand in there, should I have? In case we want to eat them. Oh, goodness. Alright. All the small ones seem to be like green and orange. Isn't that weird? Huh. Just trying to, you know, sort of arrange them so they don't look like arranged in the thighs. Do you know what I mean? Two different colours. So I don't know if, yeah, they might inflate, so that's good. They're going to sink, but I don't know. So a bit more resin. So I'm going into the, just in the arms. Yeah, they're going to float, aren't they? And I want more in than that. I want them down more. So I'm just going to leave it at that. I'll find something. Well, I've got another project that I'm filming at the moment, so that will go into that. So what I'm going to do, I'll pop a couple more in, and then I'll have to wait for it to be tacky or starting to get so where it won't, you know, move. And I want to push my marshmallows in because I want, yeah, I don't want them just to be, you know, like in the middle of my frog. I want them down near its back, and I'll just have to be careful that I don't push a hole into them. And depending how much my resin is set up, I'll try and keep an eye on the time so I can let you know. But yeah, I will have to babysit it for a little bit. I better get some in the arms while I can. I'll just give that a, sort of a swirl around so it sort of gets a good coat, because we don't want no resin underneath that, because then we'll have a big hole or a bubble. Oh, what a different colour. So now the small ones in here. Doesn't appear to. That weird that they're all like different sizes. No. Oh, that one's no, it's alright. Alright, I'll have to stick a green one in there as well. Push that down, push that down. Actually, I'll get them fully coated without playing with them too much and creating bubbles. And maybe they will stay down. Oh, that one is. Okay. Oh no, it's floating now. Okay. So, yeah, I'll wait for it to get tacky and push them down and add a few more. Yep, that's what I'm going to have to do. All right, I'm going to give it another spritz. Move these out of the road just in case I give them to my husband to eat. And hopefully I'll come back and remember to film or press my button at least, and so you can get to see the rest of what I'm doing. See you soon. So it's been a couple of hours and I tried to push my marshmallows down. Not sure if you can see. Hence there's a bit of a hole in that marshmallow there, because I just tried to shove it down with my dotting tool. And it sort of went in, and I thought, oh, they're just going to either get squished or this was sticking to the actual marshmallows. So I just thought, no, I'm not going to fiddle with it. Just going to leave it how it is, not try and push them down, because I'll end up stuffing it up. So I tested my resin before, just at the back here where you can't see, and it's really stringy. So I'm going to do my next layer, which will be the last layer, and we'll get this baby finished. So I've decided to go with the little balls that are supposed to be like gold and pearl. So I've just made up my resin. I've got another 3 ounces of Let's Resin 1:1. Won't need all that, but I've got other things I want to pour with the leftover. So because I've debubbled it, I don't want to just put my balls in there, or little fake pearls or whatever they're called, and just stir it, because I know I'll create more bubbles. So I thought I'd just get another cup. I'm just going to add some resin first. Just a little bit. Just basically to get the bottom fully coated. Actually, I might need a bit more. Then I'm just going to dump these in. Hopefully that's enough. So I'm just going to coat them. Seen a big bubble just come up. Is that a spritz? Not sure if you can see that. But there's bubbles coming up. Whoops. Just over here. Oh, see, so there is bubbles rising. So sort of don't want to go there and stir too much. But yeah, there's definitely bubbles coming up. Okay, so let's spritz our little frog. And carefully try and get these out. Just going to put that amount in at the moment, and because I want to try and get some up into the head. There's definitely some going up in there, so that's good. Let's give it another spritz, because that should hopefully move it, make it move anyway. Oops. Caught that just in time. It was running out of my hand, just about. Right. Probably not as many up there as what I'd like, but anyway, let's keep going. So we're not going to see them in the hands or the right at the tips of the hands and the feet. But I do want to get some up here into the legs. Not so much in the back legs, but into the arms because I want to see them in the arms. I'm not going to see them in the feet, of course, but I knew what I meant to say. Oh, goodness. Try and push some more up into the head. I've also got to be careful that I don't dislodge my eyeballs. That'd be a disaster, wouldn't it? Just trying to get some down the side there, where I can see a little gap. Now, if you are having trouble with your eyeballs and they seem to move, you can always put them in after. I've got a few videos where I've done that. It's a little bit more fiddling about, but at least you can get them in the right spot. It's not that difficult to do. I'll try and remember to link one of those videos in the description box for you guys. You can check it out. A few more balls there. Just try and even them out a bit. Also, I'm trying not to get any so that they're sticking out. And we want to make sure that we've got resin in our hands and our toes. Make sure it's filled right up. Some in this foot. I think he's just about full, so that's good. So if I can dome him, then I'll have no trimming, or less trimming at least. And make sure my mould is clean, and then there's no cleanup. So once this is done, I'll clean up any drips that I see on the sides. It's been a little bit messy tonight, but that's okay. Couple more drops. I think that's it. A couple sticking out in the back there. Just try and shove them down. Beautiful. Right, just clean up my drips. Get out any fluff bunglers. It's always one or two. Beautiful. We'll babysit it for a little bit because it will shrink a little bit, and I'll probably just add a couple more drops. which actually I could do that now. Actually, let me just give it a spritz first. Right, a couple more drips. And then that is it. So I'll leave this for, I don't know, an hour or two, and then I'll put it on my heat mat. That way I don't have to do any editing on my birthday. I can get this video out to you by Friday. Alright, well, I'll see you guys for demold in a few hours. Hopefully, it turns out pretty. See you soon. So these little dudes have cured. End up doing a little extra. So he turned out cute. Just wanted to see what the little pearls would look like behind the crystals. That sort of has given it like a model-y effect, I suppose, which is cool. I like it. Something different. Huh. Cute. Oh, what? And I had this little silicone stick on here because one of my marshmallows popped up. So I popped that on there just to try and hold it down. So now I've got like a mark from my silicone stick. So hopefully you can see that. So how I would get that out, which I will do, but I'm running out of time for this video, so I won't show you, but it's just a matter of sanding it, getting it down flat, and then I can either top coat it with normal resin or, for a quicker way, do it with UV resin. So I'll probably do it with the UV resin. But yeah, so let's get him out, and see what he's like. Try and loosen these toes. Just find it's easier if you loosen him all sort of around everywhere. Oops, he's still a little bit bendy, so I'll have to be careful. And sometimes you've got to get your dotting tool out, which can be easier if you've got nails or if you haven't got nails. Works the same way. Just sort of, once you get it that cracked, you can just run your tool. Oh gosh, can't see for looking. Oh my God, Lisa, get it together. What was I saying? You can just run your little tool in under there. Oh, look at that. God. Right. Enough fluffing. Pop the knee. Oh, I thought I lost a toe then. Or a fingernail. Just a loose piece of silicone. Whew. And then I just like to give it a bit of a jiggle. This one's starting to get a bit old, so it's getting tighter and tighter. And off she blows. Okay, are we ready? Let's have a look. A little bit of trimming. That's where that silicone stick was. Other than that, not much trimming to do. Okay, are we ready? Ta-da! Oh, love it. I love how the it's giving the marshmallows like that 3D effect where they sort of go fat and they move. That's awesome. Oh, love the little pearls too. Oh, they're not pearls, but they're cake toppers or whatever they are. Oh, that's so cool. And I just love this holographic glitter. See how it goes? Really glossy and really pretty. And there's our eyes. Look pretty good. Can't see any bubbles. No, doesn't appear to be any bubbles, so that's even better. So there you go, food in resin can be done. I wouldn't recommend putting anything like, you know, meat or vegetables or, you know, anything like that that's going to perish. Non-perishable food is okay. Yeah. But yeah, these little cake sprinkles and things like that, they work really good in resin and they're really effective. So don't forget to go and check out everybody else's Froggy Friday video. I've got a playlist in my description box. If you like this video, give it a like, give it a share, comment away, and most important of all, give it a hype. Hit the hype button. You can't do it on TVs, unfortunately. You can only do it on mobile devices. But all that helps so much and pushes my videos out there. So stay tuned for the photos and check out my website and subscribe so you can see my next video. All right. See you soon, everyone, and happy crafting.